Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shadowed City, and we present to you the Shadows Within. I am your host, Larry. And ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited for this. We are here to talk about two shows. One that's coming up and one that just passed. IZW just had their wonderful pay-per-view. It was epic, it was wild, it was brutal, it was bloody, it was chaotic all around. We had flaming tables, we had blood, we had ladders, we had chairs, we had kendo sticks, we had violence. And TXT is going to be heading towards their next pay-per-view coming up, which we shall talk about as well. And they have a wonderful card stacked. And TXT with their big return not too long ago, we are happy to see them go and see where they go in the near future. Now, let's get this started, why don't we? We had the IZW Aftershock pay-per-view. It was a wild one. If you missed it, please go check it out on Twitch. And to kick off the show, we had a triple threat tables match between the OG Dragon Blade, Sean Taylor, and Storm X, with Storm X walking out victorious. And that was a very impressive matchup. Great way to start off a show. A good banging triple threat that went all around. We had the IZW Women's Bloodlust Championship being defended in Extreme Rules triple threat between Angel Bryant, Nina Schmidt, and Jessica Troy. As Angel walked out victorious, all three ladies put up a great showing for the belt, proved how much they wanted it, and all three ladies have made their name known here in the IZW locker room and banner. And I'm excited to see what's next for Angel going forward, and these competitors that faced her as well, Nina and Miss Jessica. For the Crossfire Tag Team Championships, Shan Leon and Derek Serrario took on the Wolfpack, Big Lou and AJ Woods for the tag titles. Shan Leon and Derek Serrario have dominated the tag scene in ICW, made their presence known since their debuts, and it has been wild. And the winners of that matchup was also, well, before I do get to that, Big Lou and AJ Woods, members of the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack has many members, and this was a tag team that came together to show what they got, and they definitely proved it because they walked out victorious. The Wolfpack, AJ Woods, Mr. 5-Star, Big Lou, the biggest and baddest man in all the E-Fed world. And those men made a big statement, and it makes you wonder who will step up to them in the tag division as the tag division continues to grow in IZW. Also, there was a 6-woman ladder match for the IZW Crossfire Women's Championship between Jen, Taylor Griffin, Baby Bone Crusher, Artemis, Britt Graves, and Becca Edwards. Jen, a feisty firecracker here. She has definitely proved that she's wanted the belt, and she's always been in the top of the card, I'm telling you. And she is not somebody to be overlooked. Every time she goes down, she gets back up, and she shows the willingness and ruthless aggression. Taylor Griffin, a 5-star athlete in the women's scene, has dominated a lot of the women around, and has faced many of the women in these matches in singles matches. A lot of these women have faced each other, and Taylor has definitely made a impressive spectacle, and every single time leaves a mark for people to talk about. And Baby Bone Crusher, we know what Miss Red Wolf is all about. She is mean, she's nasty, she's cunning, she's conniving, and she is brutal, strength and speed and ability, and she is not to be overlooked. And there was Artemis, a very wonderful athlete making her way in IZW not too long ago, And definitely, as she's made statement in other places, she made a statement here in the hardcore division of IZW and prove that she can get just as hardcore. But she doesn't always need weapons to do so. Britt Graves. We know what the Graves are about. The Graves family is not to be messed with. The Graves are undeniable, unbeatable, and impressive in strength and brutality. Becca Edwards made her debut not too long ago and has made her presence known. Very wild and unpredictable, very unorthodox style has she brought to this division. And there's a lot of crazy women that I think she would make a lot of great matches with. And now, she was the one that walked away in that ladder match with the championship. There we go. Now, for the IZW Deathcore Championship, it was an Extreme Rules casket match between the champion Khan, the big monstrous Khan, came out in IZW around its first beginning, and the man, just as he's done in other places, he showed that brute, monstrous force that he possesses, unhuman-like strength like no other. And the man has faced many and has conquered many. And he held that Deathcore Championship for a good bit. And Eddie Walker, the challenger in this matchup, came in with one goal in mind: to inflict blood and pain, and to show what the Phantom is all about. And he's faced Khan in wars before. Khan and the Phantom have had many of battles in many of places, and this was just another matchup in their saga of many more to come. KD and the Combat Genius teamed up to take on Travell and Todd Daniel. Travell and Todd Daniel, two men that don't care how far they will go. They will win by any means necessary, even if that means using dirty tactics. But they don't always use them dirty tactics. They know how to actually get the job done at times. There is no doubt about it. KD and Combat Genius have proven that they can work together or fight against each other. Great rivals make the best of team at times, and look at what they've done since coming together as a team and fighting amongst one another. They have put on an impressive showing. KD started out in the singles division here, and now he's in the tag scene now. Was with Frank for a good bit, was with Chuck for a good bit, but now the Combat Genius is his partner here. Makes you wonder what will happen going forward. And what was that? I just lost it. Oh yeah, right here for the Travell, Daniel, and Combat Genius and KD match. That ended in a no contest. Nobody picking up the victory. I hope we see a rematch so we get a clear winner, and maybe we'll actually be able to see who's the best between most teams. They are both impressive nonetheless. Next up was a special guest referee match as Tempest Fraga was refereeing again for the match between Mary Grace Turner and Sister Psycho, with Mary Grace Turner walking out victorious. And I am very curious to see what will happen on the Fallout coming forward into the next show. And this pay-per-view was a banger. Can't wait to see the Aftermath show. Definitely one to stay tuned for, ladies and gentlemen. If you missed Aftershock, please go check it out on Twitch. Now, we had an IZW Death Pit Championship matchup as the Combat Genius, the champion who competed earlier in a tag match, took on Black Heron in an underground matchup, and the Combat Genius once again retained, showing that that Death Pit Championship is his, and it's probably going to stay there for some time. Who will stop him? That is a good question. Next up was a triple threat match between Insidious, the Clown representing the Last Rite, and he came out there and he used that devious unorthodox, unrelenting style that he possesses, and he definitely got into the head of his opponents at times, but his opponents came back fighting. And he also took on Nomad, the hardcore smoking deathmatch hippie, always looking for a good violent matchup and always looking for a good fight and a good place to smoke. And Buster Anderson, the rough and the tough redneck, showing why he is a former world champion, a 17 or 23-time world champion, I believe. And the man has had a decorated career here in the EFED, and he walked out victorious. For the IZW Crossfire Championship, for the Crossfire International Championship, it was a 2 out of 3 falls between Jack Graves and Rusty Steele, who was the mystery opponent until it was revealed to be him. And both men, we know what both men are about. Rusty Steele made his debut not too long ago. He took a little bit of time off and he came back, still making a statement as he came back, and it was electric. And Jack Graves, we've already talked about Mr. Graves and what he's about, and he is not to be denied or undenied. And Jack Graves walked out victorious. Alexander Colt versus Craig Mack. Two owners, BWC owner versus the BCW owner, and Craig Mack won. Next up was an underground matchup between Jordan King and the Savage One, John Robb, and the Savage One picked up the W. Next up was a fatal 4-way between Nightmare Briggs versus Alex King versus Andre Robinson versus Ghost Edwards, with Ghost Edwards of the Last Rite walking out victorious. And then in the main event, ladies and gentlemen, was a triple threat elimination match for the Crossfire Universal Championship, as it was between JoJo, Mr. Primetime himself, Mr. Flash himself, and versus the Dog, Rob Anderson versus Redmayne. Rob Anderson eliminated Redmayne. JoJo beat Rob, and JoJo won. That was the Aftershock PLE. If you missed it, please go check it out. It was an impressive show. I was very entertained. IZW going to continue to grow and make big memories going forward. Next up, TXT Intake. Welcome, good sir. We were literally just about to talk about your show. Welcome. This is Anthony Morris, the GM of TXT. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining in and watching. It's good to have you. And his next PLE for TXT coming up is called Regrets, No Remorse. And I am very excited to see what is in store for that one. And this card is a banging of a card. Banger! We have Callie Red with Amaya Bryant at her side versus she is one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, man, mind you, with Amaya, versus Riley with Britt Graves at her side. Riley in her solo debut on Intake, making her debut there. And we are going to see two ladies that are very talented and skilled go out there and put on an impressive show to start it off. And I think this is a wonderful way to start off. Callie Red, a woman with no fucks attitude. She don't give a fuck who you are. She will run through you. And Riley, the darkness. She is the Lady of the Shadows, the Ripper, and she is very evil at times and very violent. Welcome, Aaron Hem. Welcome, sir. And next up, we have two debuts in Sadistic Joker, 3M versus Pumpkin Jack in a triple threat. Sadistic Joker and 3M making their debuts. I am very excited to see what they both have in store on TXT coming up. And we know what Pumpkin Jack is about. I love the Pumpkin Jack character. He is literally a pumpkin from the pumpkin patch. It's pretty scary. This next matchup, the TXT Triple Crown Champion, Akani, will take on Mr. Corey Bishop. Akani requested this matchup to overcome a rival in Corey Bishop. Akani represents Blood Island, and Corey Bishop represents Club Elite. He is also known as the Barbarian, and this is the ongoing war between Blood Island and Club Elite. And I'm very excited to see how this matchup will go. Akani, he is no easy task, man. I have seen the man. He is very agile and quick and gifted, and very technically gifted as well. And his submissions are deadly. And Mr. Bishop, the Barbarian, we have seen his wars with Eddie Walker, Jack Graves, and other places, and we have seen what he's done in TXT. And now he will be taking on Akani, and I can't wait to see it. Next up, the TXT Heritage and Honor Champion, AJ Woods, will take on, representing the Wolfpack, will take on former Wolfpack member Primetime JoJo versus Crazy Joker. And this is going to be a banger triple threat. You have Mr. 5-star AJ Woods, you have the Flash JoJo, and Crazy Joker, who will also put on an impressive showing. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to miss TXT Intake. Please go check out TXT on Twitch. Don't miss it. And also, there's big implications in this match, and it all depends on the main event of the night. That's what I read from the boss man himself. So I was able to get that down for him, so you guys could get a better understanding as well. And if you have not checked out the TXT page, please do so. Next up was a fatal four-way match, and the Queen of the Land is the special guest ref, Miss Queen of the Land Fran, looking for another challenger. And it looks like it will be Reagan Anderson versus Cherry Bomb versus the Matriarch Dawn versus Keloani Wilson. If I am butchering that name, I apologize. Next up, for the TXT World Tag Team Championships, will be a triple threat tag match between, as the special guest referee will be Miss Stephanie Vecker. It will be between the champions, the Titans, Playboy Nagasaki, and Dominic Jason, versus Terrible Locos, Larry Loco, and Terrible Tito, versus the Wolfpacks, the Savage One, John Robb, and Buster Anderson. That's going to be a banger right there. All these matches are banger after banger after banger. TXT, go check them out, ladies and gentlemen. Go check out IZW and many, many more. I love it. I'm always excited for these cards, and I love going over these. Always a joy. The TXT World Heavyweight Champion Big Lou will take on King in the co-main event. And we are at the main event for the Fatal 4-Way Suspension match. Well, actually, crap. Dang it, I forget the name of the match that you put. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's my bad. I thought I wrote it down, but I messed up. But there are implications in this matchup, which I will announce. It is a fatal 4-way elimination matchup between Jack Graves, Pat G, Grimlord, Jackson Wright. The first man eliminated will receive a month's suspension. Second eliminated will receive a TXT Gladiator title shot against the champ's choosing. Third eliminated will receive either a Honor and Heritage or Triple Crown title shot. Winner will choose. And the fourth eliminated the fourth remaining would get a world title shot at Regrets No Remorse. That is going to be a banger card. Please go check out TXT and IZW. And those were the cards I wanted to go over. And I just want to take a minute to go over what the Shadowed City has done for a little bit here when it comes to shows. We've had IWA War Room, IWA Backstage Brawl, Crashing Out, Breaking Kayfabe, Shadows Within. We had the debut of Dark City Cinema. We had the debut of Anarchy Archives, and there will be a new one on the way called The Dark Side of Ethed. And when the time comes, in all due time, unless some of you know what The Dark Side of Ethed is about. And we also have a crossover between SPW, RCL, and IWA coming up called All American Massacre. It's going to be a dope show. Don't miss it. In October, for IWA, we will have Feast or Release. And we will also have the World Cup, the Wrestle Wars World Cup. And that will not just be exclusive to just one company. It will be exclusive to whoever wants to show up. If you want to show up, put your names in. It will be a spectacle. Don't miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I have to go over today. Stay tuned for the next episodes to come. And there will be an episode of Dark City Cinema this week. There will be an Anarchy Archives episode this week. Please stay tuned. And that was the show today. Hope everybody has a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. And peace out.